So a lot of people they'll say to me like, "How where do you find the time to do the stuff you do?" You know, and I always tell them it's my passion. Like if you're passionate about something, you're gonna find the energy to complete it, and that's really what keeps me driving or keeps me going. Is that I have a passion. I can see clearly the goal that I'm reaching for. So I can see it's vivid, it's clear, I can see it. And one of the things I always tell people is like when you see something vividly in your mind, a goal, and you say, yes, I'm gonna go and get this, this is how I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get it, and you have that, you just have this energy just feeling inside you that I'm gonna get it. And what happens is that the universe will send you obstacles to get in your way. And just remember that it's an obstacle. Obstacles will come into your way. And it's just like you know you're a track runner and you have like the hurdles to jump. Like look, imagine those hurdles as obstacles. So you have to run, and when you get to to the hurdle, you got to put a little bit more effort in to jump over it. And that's basically what you have to do with your goal and where where you're aiming to reach. When obstacles come in your path, you got to push even harder to get past that obstacle. And the beautiful thing that happens is that once you get past that obstacle, everything starts formulating and coming together. But a lot of people quit the moment the obstacle is there. They just stop. They give up. Now, as I was taught, is the universe will send you obstacles, and it's for different reasons. These obstacles come into your life. Now, it's the obstacle comes into your life because it's the universe showing you how strong you are or how weak you are, right? This is the first reason why it's coming to you. Like if you're weak, you'll just quit. You'll stop and call it a day. But if you're strong, you're gonna fight through it. So then you would know for yourself, yeah, I'm ready, I'm strong. I deserve this. But for the person who's weak and doubtful, they will just stop and be unsuccessful. And this is why you have more unsuccessful people in the world than successful people. Like when it comes to success, you really just have a small number of people compared to the billions of people that exist on the planet Earth that are successful. And the second reason the universe sends it to you um, is to see how bad you want it. Like your obstacle comes into your path, and then you're gonna have to question, like, do I really want this? You know, do I need this really? And if you really want it, you're gonna continue to pursue. So my for anything that I've ever done and was successful in doing, there was always an obstacle that was in my path. And the more I could see it, the greater the obstacles were. But because I kept my focus and continued on the path towards it, the obstacles, it's like magic, the obstacles move away. And one of the things that I would do in order to reach my goals is, I haven't done it now. It's like, I guess I do walking visualization because like my goal is constantly in my mind. It's like constantly there. Before I would have like cards, I would write down my goal and I'll look at it from time to time. But I feel like I've surpassed that level where I can just hold that thought in my mind. I can hold it. And that's the problem that most people have, is that they cannot hold the thought, the vision in their mind consistently. So they will have it in their mind, and then they get distracted by a girl walking by with a fat ass, or a guy that's attractive, or some music, or someone with a nice sports car or money. Whatever it is, people allow themselves to be distracted, and I don't allow myself to be distracted by anything or anyone. I will not. I refuse to be distracted by anyone. Some people know me as a performing artist. Like I used to perform, and I loved being on stage performing. So when I would do my albums, there was a certain um, formula that I would do to complete my albums and to complete the songs, and it's the same formula that I use for everything else I'm doing. And it's just very simple. It's a very simple formula, and like I said, people have to keep the thought in their minds, as it says for those who are religious. And it's I guess like many different gurus or prophets or wise men said it different ways. One that most people will be familiar with is in the Bible where it says, "As a man thinketh," and that means a woman too. As a man or woman thinketh, so shall he be. Now, what does that mean? That means that whatever is predominantly in your mind, that is what you're going to become. It's really that simple. And that's really the secret of success. Is really whatever is predominantly in your mind that you think about all day long is what you are going to manifest, and that is what you're going to bring towards you, because the mind itself is a magnet. If you examine the mind, which is really outside of the body, but there's electromagnetic frequencies being sent. That's why you can have a thought and think only you are exclusively, this thought is exclusively yours, but there's somebody on the other side of the planet that has the same thought. Now, what happens is that whoever is putting energy to really make that thing manifest, then that thought becomes stronger with them. But we all share in this mental reservoir. There's really no thought that is yours. It's just, we're all within the source, and we all pick from that mental reservoir. And those of us that have energy and passion, we harness that energy and we keep it with us, and we manifest it. We manifest it here. So it's about keeping that thought in your mind. Like I wake up with the same thought. I go to sleep with the same thought. I go throughout my day with the same thought. And when I come in contact with people, I talk about my thought. That's what I talk about. So it forces me to keep it within my vision. So I don't talk about basketball, boxing, or those things don't concern me. I love boxing. I used to box. I love it. I like to watch it, but I don't have time for it. You know, and that's a major thing, is that people don't want to put the time or energy in to be great or to be above average. You know, and you might look at people like Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, Puffy, a scientist, a doctor, anyone that just like disciplined themselves to reach their goal. And you'll see that they basically all follow really the same pattern. The same pattern, And it's when you're out at your worst where the best of you actually comes out. When your back is against the wall, that's when the better part of you comes out. But you got to learn how to make that better part come out of you without being with your back against the wall. And unfortunately, most people wait for their back to be against the wall before they find that energy to do what they got to do. And that's why you hear so many stories of people that would say that they lost their house, their husband died, or their wife died, or whatever happened. It was a traumatic event that took place in their lives, and then they discovered that hidden potential. Because that potential was always there, but they did not discover it until their back was against the wall. Now, I don't want my back against the wall, so I just like have this foresight where I can see circumstances before they happen. So it's like, I guess it's like I can see a potential of my back being against the wall. So it's like I push forward because I don't want my back to be against the wall, and you just gotta, whatever it is that you want, you just gotta put the energy into it as though your life depended on it. You gotta feel like your life depends on it. Whatever it is. It could be that you want to complete writing, you're writing a book and you want to complete that book. It could be you want to be an actor, actress, a filmmaker, a graphic designer. It's whatever it is that you want to be. Not what everybody else wants you to be, but it's what you want to be. And you just got to put the energy into it, because you can be anybody that you want to be. It's the only person that stops you from being what you want to be is you.